direkam ya.
Oh, rekam.
Iya. Di foto gak ono suarane iku.
Okay, so I've been practicing all morning. Let me try this. Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat datang untuk DevFest Surabaya. That took me all night to practice, so I'm really happy that I nailed that. Namaste, I'm Mercy. And I am from the Google Mountain View headquarters. I work out of Silicon Valley and also in San Francisco, and I'm part of the developer relations team. So I'll start off with introducing myself, telling you what I do at Google, what developer relations does, and how we relate to GDG and also to this event. My role at Google is I work on the marketing events team. I'm a marketing events manager for developers. So what that means is I work on marketing or outreach to developers all over the world. And my primary project is a conference called Google I/O. Has anyone heard of this conference? Yeah? Has anyone attended? No? Well, I started planning for next year, and it's scheduled in May. So be on the lookout on our website for more information on how to register, and maybe I might just see you about that. I'm not buying your ticket, but maybe you can come. So I/O is actually the inspiration for these DevFests that we host across the world. And what I'm going to talk about is why we do DevFest and how we can scale this globally. So first I'll talk a little bit about our mission statement. My group statement is to inspire developers to make incredible apps. We engage with developers regularly. We want them to become experts across all of our products with both technical and monetary tools and opportunities, and become self-sustainable. That's the most important part. These are examples of apps that developers across the world have developed. You can check them out on developers.google.com/showcase. And we also encourage you, if you have any apps that you want to show off, submit them to Google Play, to the Chrome Web Store, or any of our products that can expose your products, your apps to the marketplace. So how do we connect with developers? We work with events, are one way. That's the most successful avenue of reaching developers across the world. So what I'm going to do is show you a little video of Google I/O, which is also becomes a part of my life for 7 months. A lot of pain and standing, but you'll see how big this event is and what's really inspired hosting these events globally. Sounds not completely working, but we get the idea. is actually supposed to be narrative. Okay, maybe I'll provide narration. So we launched all of our key products at Google I/O. This is an example of the trade show floor. This is our keynote. This is Windows Sky. We have Chrome. We have some really cool things like the Brain Robot. This is one of our partners in Circuit Delay, showing off how we partner with them on Chrome. This is Earl Cole, who's actually in charge of our security strategy and our data centers around the world. And then these are developers. And this year at Google I/O, we talked about Google Plus and launching new features. That's this Windows who's in charge of Google Plus. And this is a new product that we feature called Google Plus Embed. And for this event, we also host a really great party. That's Polo Controls. I don't know if you guys are into DJs, but I met him in Miami, invited him to DJ at the party. I apologize. It's supposed to be really good sound behind this. That's Sergey Brin, our founder. This is what we did. We launched the Sonic Lab. The perspective of a character. That was my favorite tale, by the way. I think that would have been more magical if actually heard that. But in summary, Google I/O is our flagship developer conference that we host annually in San Francisco. And it draws over 6,000 developers from across the world. What we also do is we host what's called I/O Extend, which is, I don't know if any of you joined last year, but you joined through Google Plus Hangouts. So all over the world, there are developers like you who participate interactively remotely through Google Plus Hangouts. Last year, I believe it was around midnight to 2 a.m. your time. So if you want to join, you have to stay up really late. As you can see, events are exciting. However, the problem is that we have to touch so many people around the world, and it's not scalable. And it's also really, really expensive. So Google I/O and other events are exciting. They're meeting places with some of the world's top developers. They're an incredible networking event. To learn about Google projects and APIs for engineering. So how do we solve this problem of scaling our events? Well, we've got about 16 million developers globally. That's a lot of people to reach. And in Indonesia, there are about 133,000 developers. And one thing I wanted to know, I'd like to see that there are women in the audience. Good to see female developers out here. And the Google Developer Relations team, we only have about 200 employees. So that makes about 80,000 developers that we have to reach individually. While Anna and I would like to travel all over the world, it's just not doable. So what's the solution? Community. Community is key, and that's why we developed the GDG program. It takes an army of volunteers, as GDG chapters. The second thing are tools. So our team works on producing tools to help educate you not only on Google products, but what also is hot out there in technology in the industry. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about more further. Okay, so GDG. If any of you are not currently part of GDG, actually, who here is a current member of GDG for America? One person. Okay. Well, after this event, you'll have an opportunity to sign up with Esther's team on how you can be a member and be invited to future events. It gives you, what's the great thing about joining a GDG chapter is that it gives you an opportunity to market your work, to market the apps that you develop, learn about Google products, and experience it firsthand. So these DevFests, we hosted about 50 of them worldwide since January, and we expect to reach over 10,000 developers each month. And we can't do that without the help of groups like yours. We planned events in over 30 countries and in 6 continents, and are currently collaborating with the community to build and maintain the program website. And you can find more information on devfest.info. So this year we started a new program with communities designing their own events around the world. That's what Esther talked about earlier. And speakers today, actually, you'll hear after, with the exception of Anna and myself, are actually part of the community. So how can we extend this magic? How can we turn Google Developer Days into Google Everyday? This is what we did. This year we launched during Google I/O Google Developers Live, GDL. These are live broadcasted shows on a daily basis that we host out of our headquarters in Mountain View. And what we do is we have our engineers talk about all subjects, all products, from Maps, API, to Android, to Chrome, HTML5. So if you like what you hear today during the DevFest, I encourage you to visit this website and check on a daily basis if there are any topics that you'd like to hear. Because it's just going to provide you with more tools to educate you on our technology. These are just some pictures of some live sessions that we hosted, for example, on mobile apps. These are 2 of our engineers based in Mountain View that host a show every Friday. This is, for example, we talk about best practices. We bring in developers from Google who talk about the products that they're working on and what they've learned. And we also host a show called Office Hours. And what this is you can connect with Google Plus Hangouts and interact with our engineers live. So you can do this as your own major in your own home and be able to talk to engineers in California. We also have lectures where an engineer will show you all the coding and how the projects are looking. And then sometimes we actually launch our products on these live shows. So most of the time we have a big product launch, we'll have a big SaaS event, but now we've started to host them live through the internet. This is an example of the launch of Google Payments Live. This is a product manager answering questions from participants like you all over the world. And then finally, we have this show, like I said, this is Ian and his friends. Every Friday, I host what's called an App Clinic. And they grab a few beers in the office and sit down, and what you do is you can submit your apps and ideas, and they can coach you and give you advice. The GDL sessions have been held from 6 continents and are watched in more than 150 countries. We've had hundreds of thousands of viewers who've watched thousands of hours of live video. So again, here's the URL. Take it down and take a look at it. Other tools that we produced this year is the Google Developers Academy, where we provide online curriculum developed by our engineers at Google. And all the content is Creative Commons, so you can learn and share and modify the content. We want all of you guys to be our experts. So there's the website for that as well. So in closing, I want to remind everyone that it's a great time to be a developer. We have available code, open source, and open data, and this has taken on a lot of interest around the world. You can build incredible platforms. There are monetization options there where you can sell your products. There are more marketplaces for the world to discover all the good work that you do to connect people and businesses worldwide. So at Google, I'll just close, at Google, this is our mission statement. We want to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. We can't do that alone. So that's what this day is. That's what DevFest is all about, is taking advantage of all the information that we can share as peers, not only from Google people, but also from each other. Support the community, learn from each other, be a part of GDG. We encourage you to organize more events like this, and keep using tools like Blogger and Twitter and Google+. These are new tools that I just talked about. And finally, code. Code. I hope you enjoy the rest of the sessions today. Terima kasih. Did I do well? And if you'd like to connect with me, come on to the website. And please check out our website for all the tools and information that I just talked about on developers.google.com. Thank you.